oh, I've forgotten your surname. It was Gerard. I've written it down here. Volta, who's going to be doing some Litecoin trades with us. Also, Bison Wallet has just reached the 90-day mark. And what a massive achievement. We've almost hit $1 million in volume over 90 days, $850,000 in volume, which is absolutely incredible for the first 90 days. One of the big things that we're hoping to do is get more Litecoin people involved, because as you know, Litecoin is a really convenient pair. It has an SPV wallet. It's ridiculously cheap and it's ridiculously fast. So that's the mission today, is to get Gerard on, set him up onto Bison Wallet and do some trades and just show people that this stuff actually works. But before we get into that, let's say hello. Hello, Exodus. How you doing?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Fantastic. Your mic's ever so slightly loud, mate. How are you getting on then, Gerard? Are you good, Gerald?
Oh, great. I mean, my predictions coming to fruition. I was probably the only analyst that said Bitcoin would hit 100K on December 5th. So I was only off by 3 hours.
Amazing prediction. Oh, well done. I should also say a massive thank you at this point to Bitcoin Live DB for connecting us. Actually, they're doing a great job over there, trying to connect people and crypto people and get the conversation happening. So thank you to those guys. So before we get into this, just for people that, because we're broadcasting to the Decred channel, so a lot of those guys might not know who you are. So just give us a little introduction about yourself and what you do.
Yeah, so my name is Gerald Vanna, or Jerry, either or people. I've been in the space since about 2016 or so. I got my first slivers of Bitcoin through this Satoshi game. It wasn't Satoshi Dice, but it was a very similar game. It was like a random numbers game. And I remember them saying, in the game's rules, you had to get X amount of Satoshis, and then you could remove those Satoshis to your own wallet. And I had set up my blockchain.com wallet, and literally they're like, oh, it'll take like a week or two for you to get your sats. And it's still in my blockchain.com wallet, I think from 2016. It was Christmas Eve of that year they landed. So I tell people it was God sending me a really interesting message that this is the future of money. And then a couple of days later, I bought my first Litecoin. I think I bought a Litecoin at $99 back in that bull run. And then I bought a couple around 150. And then during that week, those 3 Litecoin went to like almost $1,200 or $1,500. And my mind exploded. And I was a new cryptonaut was born. And I've been testing blockchains, wallets, all this stuff for a long time. And I started to learn code. I learned JavaScript, HTML. I learned Python data science last year for fun. So I really love the technology. I love the space. Now I have my own show. It's called Proof of Work. It's every 2 weeks. And I'm probably one of the leading Bitcoin economists in the world. I was the first person before Taylor to say could potentially eliminate taxes. I was the first to say that Bitcoin could hit $1 billion. People thought I was
sorry, Gerald, you've cut out on us completely.
Oh, sorry about that. But yeah, I was the first person to say the Bitcoin would get to $1 billion.
Oh, nice one. Yeah, I was looking at one of your streams yesterday. Actually, I saw. Well, it wasn't one of your streams. It was a post, and I saw that you were doing a giveaway for a Bitcoin watch, which I thought was quite interesting.
Oh yeah, I got that watch back in 2020. And I wanted to auction it off because it is a one-of-a-kind Bitcoin watch. So hopefully that may happen.
Well, we're one of only 700 apparently. So yeah, absolutely amazing. I love all that. But yeah, I love your story. And it seems very similar to mine, actually. I mean, one of the first projects I actually bought was Litecoin, and it was as it was kind of ramping up to $100, and then obviously it kind of crashed back down to 30. But blockchain is definitely very, very interesting. How about you, Exodus? What was the first project you bought?
First project was Bitcoin, quite a long time ago. And then later it was Litecoin because it was convenient on Coinbase. And then after that, I would say a myriad of different coins, including Decred. But Decred has since been my favorite because of all the different technical things it does, and watching it evolve and get better over time has been really fascinating. In comparison to most other coins, which especially Bitcoin, for instance, which really hasn't changed. And of course, for some people that's a good thing, but for me personally, I like when things there's a little bit of excitement, things get better, there's features to look forward to and whatnot.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a keen believer at this point of Decred, and one of the reasons that I'm hoping to get more and more kind of Bitcoin people on, Litecoin people on, is because I really feel like the products we've built aligns with some of those core principles that the communities believe in. Now, for Gerald, because he's new to Bison Wallet, he's got it all set up. We're just waiting for his bond to complete. What we should say is that Bison Wallet is probably, certainly to my knowledge, the first peer-to-peer exchange using atomic swap technology, which basically means it's built pretty much the same way that Bitcoin was originally built, where it's not meant to have any intermediaries, it's not meant to have any middlemen. So when you and I do a swap in a moment, it'll just literally be you and I, on an order book. Nobody's sitting in the middle. It'll be on chain, which is also really good. There's no trading fees. There's no intermediary coins. There's no KYC. It's completely permissionless, and it really is quite remarkable. And atomic swap technology has come an incredibly long way in the last 3 or 4 years, and it's not until you use it now that you go, oh my god, it really has. I mean, 4 or 5 years ago, well, more like 5 years ago, it's still command line based, but now we have an interface that looks like a centralized exchange. And as you probably just noticed when you were setting it up, you can now set up Bison Wallet quicker than you can set up a Coinbase account, which is absolutely incredible. What was your first impression of Bison Wallet?
It was pretty straightforward. Like I said, with the exception of me trying to set up a different wallet, which you said, I guess you're setting, because since it's totally P2P, you're setting up like a node, and you have to sync the node to get that to be done. Yeah, and it's another reason, like you said, Litecoin is super easy. You just boop, set up the wallet, click, done, right? And this is why I tell people, I prefer L1s, right? Because they're straightforward, they're to the point, they don't it's not complicated, even though I know how to use L2s and it's not super complicated for me. My friend in Philadelphia, who's been in this space almost as long as I have, had a whole bunch of USDC on Matic, and she wanted to get it into her wallet, and she realized, wait a second, what do I got to do? I'm like, you have to bridge it back. And she was like, oh, that's a pain in the ass. I was like, yes, it is. But yeah, it was pretty straightforward. And like compared to Atomic Wallet, I think your guys had a little bit smoother UX, UI. Yeah, it was good. Oh, I lost your audio. I can't hear you.
That's because I'm muted.
Okay.
So I'll bring it up now. So this is Gerald's wallet that he's just set up, all brand new. He's running it straight from the browser, which is great. This is the way Exodus runs his. I run mine as an application, but it's all good either which way. And like you said, it's ridiculously simple. Now, the reason we've gone down the Polygon route is purely because of fees. So when you move Polygon USDC or specifically USDC from Coinbase to this, there's no bridging involved, which is quite nice. It literally goes from Coinbase to this and back. However, the real hassle comes is if you put it on the wrong chain. So as many of you will know, USDC is Ethereum mainly, and then there's the L2s, then there's Solana, and there's a whole bunch of them. Now, if you were to do a trade on Ethereum right now, the initial trade is like £2 in fees on chain, which is a crazy amount, really, especially if you're looking to get Bitcoin or you're looking to get Litecoin, when Litecoin is literally a fraction of a cent to actually trade with. So for most people using this, they literally use the fiat currency of USDC or USDT just to put it on the exchange, go straight to a crypto, and that's the job done. It's quite nice, or back the other way, and it keeps it cheap. So in terms of fees, as we'll see in a minute, the Polygon fee is a fraction of a penny, and it completes in about 5 minutes. And it's the same with Litecoin. Litecoin is a fraction of a penny, and it completes between 5 and 10 minutes. So a whole trade will take probably about 15 minutes to kind of do. Exodus, do you want to walk Gerald through his first trade? Why put some more bids on? Which one do you want to do first?
Oh, no. Okay.
What pair would you like to trade, Gerald?
Yeah.
You've got some Decred. Maybe you want to buy some USDT.
Yeah, you were cutting out at the last second there. Yeah, whatever you want me to do.
Yeah, let's so you're going to want to create a USDT Polygon wallet, and you can do so on the right there. If you look on the right, it says add a USDT. Yeah.
Right here.
And just click create. And then you just have to click approve, and basically that's just approving the contract with a small amount of Polygon. Yeah. And usually that will take a few seconds, and then you'll be up and running. But yeah, as far as this is concerned, there's no bridging at all with Polygon. It works really well, and like Phoenix was saying, you can send to and from Coinbase without, doing anything special. So yeah, if you just click the X there, or if you click out of that, you can just look at the transaction on chain if you want. And yeah, usually it has to wait for a few confirmations. But as you can see, it looks like a centralized exchange. You have your order book with buys and sells. You have your depth chart. You have a trading chart. So they've made this really convenient for people. We've actually had people on Twitter tell us, "Oh, this isn't an atomic swap exchange. This is a centralized exchange," and it's like, no, it's not. There are a few other atomic swap exchanges, mainly for Monero. There is Basic Swap Dex, and there is Unstoppable Swap. But I would say this is by and large like the best one, because it has the order book, because it has the stable coins. The other ones don't have stable coins. And you are ready to go. Well, you're going to need to sell because you have Decred, and you'll have to sell a little to USDT. So actually, I would like to see how you would go about doing this without me telling you how to do it. How would you sell some Decred to USDT?
Well, obviously I would hit the button. But
yes, you must click a few things. That's true.
So I would go with market order.
You don't want to. Probably better off doing limit. You could do market order, but I think for here it's probably better to do limit. There are no trading fees, so whatever you do doesn't make a huge difference. But if you look on the left there, you can see your orders, right? So if you want to take someone's order, so there's a buy order for $22.33 for 1 Decred. All you have to do is click that order.
Wait, where did you see that order?
If you look on the order book on the left there. No, it's the order book with the orders. Those are the trading pairs.
Yeah, right here, right?
Yeah. So all the green orders, that's it. So if you're selling DCR, you go to a green order. So just click the one closest to the spread. That's it, that one there. And then if you change it to sell DCR, the one thing that most people will get confused about is the lot size. Now, if you just type in one lot, that will give you the smallest lot size. And that's it.
Got it.
So it tells you you're going to be selling $2.20 worth of Decred, and then you just click place order to sell. And on this screen, it basically just confirms all those details, like the fees you might pay, that you need to keep your wallet online, things like that.
Gotcha. I go through.
Yeah, it's got an epoch now, so just about 3 seconds of time where it kind of gets
Oh, okay.
put on the
I
order
see it at the
book.
bottom. Matches made.
Yeah,
And you can see it took a 0.1 DCR off that order. So it works, almost exactly like a centralized exchange order book. Obviously not everything's instant, and there's a reason for that. They don't want bots to be able to front run traders. But it's a very similar experience. And if you scroll down on the right there, you just scroll your mouse down, you'll be able to see your orders, or your one order you have.
Boom, right there.
Yeah, and if you click that order, you click to order history. But if you click on the that arrow on the right next to your order on the right there, it'll expand the order. Yeah. It'll basically tell you everything that's happening. So Bison Wallet execute trades with four transaction atomic swaps. So there's a maker swap, taker swap, and basically you're just waiting for each chain to do its confirmations. But this is what makes it truly trustless, that you're not trusting that the other guy doesn't send their funds. You both do the swap, and the reason we use the word atomic for atomic swaps is that the trade either happens or it doesn't. There's no in between. So this is a great product because there's no KYC, there's no trading fees, and it's truly trustless. A lot of these kind of swap exchanges use like an arbitration model. Like, I don't know if you've used Havano for Monero, but it's not actually trustless. You have to actively trust that the other person's going to send their funds, and if they don't, you have to go to a third-party admin to make sure everything's correct. But with this, it's all just atomic swap. It's all computer code, so it's completely trustless.
So basically, like, it's like this is like almost like a P2P like wallet / escrow account, so that everyone, like you said, there's no trust that's needed. Like, we know the funds are there, everything's verifiable.
Yeah.
It looks like what I'm looking at the one confirmation came through. I guess the maker swap, it looks like 64 confirmations before it's confirmed, but it already has 53. Yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff. So this is kind of like I guess it's similar to like Keep Key.
I'm not familiar with Keep
Like
Key.
the guys over at Fox. I don't know.
Let's see.
Shapeshift.
No, this is not similar to Shapeshift. That is a custodial service where you send them your coins. At least as, if I'm getting this correct, the way these different swap services work is you send them the coins, and then you have to hope that they send you back the coins. And I've had experiences with them where I have my coins stuck for a month. This is not like that. Like, you're not sending your coins to a third party. You're directly trading with the other person.
So this is totally different than this is.
Yeah, this is atomic swaps are very different.
A lot of people
this is the real deal. Let's put it that way. Like, there is no third party. You are directly trading with someone else in the world, and all the DEX is doing is coordinating that atomic swap at the prices you guys set.
Yeah, so we just moved on to the next bit.
A lot of these swap services will kind of make those claims like, we protect your privacy and this is trustless, but it's not actually trustless. At some point, you do lose your keys. During this process, you never lose your coins, right? You don't lose your coins until you go into that trade and you and that party do that swap on chain using cryptographic technology. So it's very different. It's much more technical.
Yeah. So basically, once all the confirmations are done, whatever was in my wallet, shoo, it goes to them, and we're literally doing an actual trade.
Yes, and you'll be able to click on your wallet and you can see those coins coming pretty soon. I see your Matic is almost done. Matic is nice because the fees are low, but it also confirms very fast. Decred takes 2 confirmations, and then which is Go ahead.
Sorry, I've got the other side of this trade. So you're doing this with me, and mine had already moved on to that second part there, so there was a tiny bit of lag there. But yeah, we've got about 10 minutes now, where we've got to wait for the DCR. An interesting thing to note is this will happen as long as you've got Bison Wallet running. This will happen in the background. If you want to move back to the trade and do some more trading or whatever, you can do that. One thing that a lot of people want to do is they want to move USDT to USDC. There's a pair for that, and that actually finishes mostly within about 2 or 3 minutes, which is pretty awesome actually. But what are your first impressions, Gerald?
Well, again, I mean, this is what the technology is supposed to be, right? If you're really doing P2P trading, right? This, like you guys are explaining and teaching me, and that's why I love this space, because I'm never afraid to learn new things, right? If you are, you're never going to make it, right? That's why this is the first thing I tell people that they hate Bitcoin or hate crypto. Well, you're never going to make it in the next 20 years because everything is going to be cryptographically based, right? I read a whole paper on, who Satoshi was. And, I read almost every single quote that is in the Satoshi Nakamoto Institute. And I tell people, one of the first things you realize, Satoshi pretty much comes out and is like, all money will be cryptographically based, right? All finance will be cryptographically based because the hackers are loose, right? Ever since the pandemic, I've been warning people, your money in your bank is no longer safe, right? Especially in the West. Now, the UK, as you probably are aware, uses cryptography in their banking system. Well, guess what? The United States of America does not use cryptography in their banking systems, right? They just started adding these features this year, right? So they just invented this wallet. It came out maybe 3 months ago. It's called a Paze wallet, PAZE.com. And all of these banking institutions are trying to secretly fuse this wallet into their back end systems so they have cryptography to basically do exactly what we're doing. Everything's got a transactional hash ID and everything can be backed and everything can be audited instantly, right? And that's not the case with your bank account, right? And just 3 months ago, I've been worrying about this since 2020, that once the hackers realize it's much easier to go through 30 firewalls and go steal from Chase than it is to go try and hack your Bitcoin wallet, we're in trouble, right? Well, guess what happened? I think it was in August that I don't know if it's the Lazarus group or which group it was, 1,600 banks in one day. Yeah, so this is why you need Bitcoin, y'all, and Litecoin. Yes, this is amazing stuff. I'm having fun. Love it.
I would probably extend that ever so slightly more to say about the non-custodial point as well, and also the peer-to-peer point. A lot of even crypto products haven't got that far yet. A lot of the mobile wallets, they're using mechanisms to kind of feed transactions through their own kind of data centers and things like that, or servers, should I say? And this takes that one step further. The SPV technology that both Decred and Litecoin have, and Bitcoin for that matter, is an absolutely amazing light client, because it allows you to verify all of your own transactions rather than saying, okay, I want to send this transaction, and then your wallet provider, be it Trust or whoever, it then goes through their kind of node and then hits the network. This does it straight from you. And I think that's actually quite a powerful concept that a lot of people don't quite understand. And that's what this is. That's what I think makes this such an amazing product, because you're not trusting anyone. These coins always stay in your hands right to the point where they're gone, and the trade will either happen or it won't. And it's quite amazing. We've probably still got a little bit of time. It looks like we've got a slow block going. Did you want to head back to the trading one and have a little look around? See if there's any other things you want to do. Have you set up your Litecoin wallet yet?
I think
if you go to
I did, but let's double check.
If you go to the trade window, yeah, that's fine. And then Litecoin, that's it. Yeah, and you're all set up. How long did that take to sync?
Oh, I started doing it last night, so I'm not sure. It was like 80% last night, so it was probably done a little bit after
if you look at the wallet tab, the first box, you'll notice that it says wallet type native, which is the SPV. And then under that it says peer count. So this wallet is actually connecting to 8 peers on the Litecoin network. Then underneath it tells you if you're up to date with the network or not, and it says 100%. It's a really good way of saying you're actually in sync with the network, which is really cool. Yeah, just another little thing. Like I said, there are other wallets, like you tried to set up a full node wallet, which are more complex, but this one-click light wallet is just so easy. It's so ridiculously easy. Anything else to add there, Exodus?
Yeah, I was just going to say, you can do multiple trades at once. You can do as many trades at once as you want. So you don't have to wait for your one trade to complete. So you can do trades across different pairs, multiple trades, and they will all settle the same. And you can also run market makers. I don't know if you've told him about that, Phoenix, but we do have market maker tools built in. Obviously, he doesn't have enough Decred or coins to do that right now, but it's a really interesting feature.
I mean, one thing I could do,
and I saw you guys have like a bot feature too, huh?
Yeah, that's the market maker bot.
Oh, okay, that's the market.
So if you look at the books, a lot of the orders there are being run by market makers. People are running market makers, and they're setting the spread, and they're setting their profit margin, and how much liquidity they want to provide, and it's a really great feature. And you can even arbitrage with it with Binance. So there's arbitrage bots. So if the price swings too far one way, the bots will pick up the coins on Bison Wallet. One thing I should add is we are adding Bison Wallet to Umbrel. I actually got to test it on Umbrel yesterday, and it's just about done. So we're hoping Bison Wallet will be on the Umbrel main store, and it's something normal people, Bitcoin people, can come and just check out because they changed their rules. So anyone looking forward to Bison Wallet on Umbrel, it's just about done.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm in an hour on whether to buy an Umbrel machine, but the minute that lands, I'm going to get one of their machines, I think. Oh, fantastic. Oh, that's great news. I didn't realize that. I tell you what I could do. I could send, if you send me your receive address for Tether, I'll send you over like $10 so you can do a Litecoin trade.
Sure. Now you want?
Yeah, that's it. Tether. So receive. And how easy is this to send funds as well and receive funds? So paste that into the chat, and I'll send them over. And because it's on Polygon, it literally is instant. And then we can do a Litecoin trade. That's the one that I really wanted to show today. Show the Litecoin people how easy it is to do a USDT to Litecoin trade. And another important thing that we should know is the more trading that happens from Litecoin people, the more features they can have. So they can have a USDC pair, they can have MWeb, and a whole bunch of other stuff, which is absolutely amazing. Right, 2 seconds. Let me copy that. Let me paste this over. Anything else you want to add to that, Exodus, while I do this?
Yeah, I'll just say that this is all funded by the Decred DEO. So this is funded. Decred has 10% of every block reward, goes into a decentralized treasury, which is then used to pay contractors to build tools like this. So we have people working on this to add new features, to add new coins, to make it better. And because it comes from the treasury, we don't need to add rent-seeking elements into any of this. So that's why there's no trading fees. People are always surprised, they even tell us like you should have trading fees so Decred can earn a bit of money. But we that goes against our ethos of building truly peer-to-peer products. So they're working on adding a mesh network. They're working on making all of these swaps private, and they are working on adding Monero. Monero is kind of the big one that people want to see. But the issue with Monero is it lacks scripting, so it's really difficult to add. So it's quite different than Litecoin and Bitcoin and Decred. But they are working on it, and they have confirmed with me that you will be able to do Monero to stablecoin atomic swaps, which is something none of the other atomic swap dexes do right now. So there's a lot on the roadmap
That's
right now.
cool.
Yeah, they're mainly kind of focused on just making sure everything's stable. I've been using the DEX pretty extensively over the last few months, and I have not had really any issues because they've been working on this since 2019. So what you see is like 5 years of work. It's pretty impressive, but to the average person, it's like, oh, it's just another wallet doing swaps, and it's like, no, this is like atomic swaps with stable coins, which is something no one else does. And it's kind of crazy. I know you're into Litecoin. Charlie Lee did the first ever atomic swap with Decred back in 2017, and we've been kind of like upset he hasn't talked about this at all because I'm sure he's aware of this. I'm pretty sure he was aware of DCR DEX and the atomic swap stuff, and obviously it supports Litecoin, and Litecoin is one of the best coins to trade on this. So yeah, our main goal right now is just to be loud about this, to get people to use it, and yeah.
Yeah, as more people start to understand that, like Bitcoin and Ethereum's L1s, they're going to hit new all-time highs. We all know this. This is coming. It's just a matter of time. But as you and I know, when they get bloated, they become very cost prohibitive, right? Litecoin is very easy to do UTX consolidations on. It's very fast. It's very expensive. Script mining uses way less energy, and all features that the Litecoin Foundation has added to Litecoin over the last 2 years is amazing, right? MWeb will allow people to build payroll on top of crypto. You can't do that with Bitcoin. You think you can do it with Ethereum? Good luck. Good luck. I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. So Litecoin is the future. I know people are fighting this, and I've said this in my last episode of my show, but it is the superior product, right? And once you've been in this space for 5-10 years and you've sent Bitcoin to an exchange or to your friend or wherever, and you're waiting 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, right? You start to have those little mini anxiety attacks, right? That never happens with Litecoin. Never.
Well, if anyone was watching Gerald's wallet, if anyone was watching Gerald's wallet, they noticed that $20 came to him almost instantly, and also the trade with Decred also finished. And talking about privacy, if you select the Decred wallet, I just want to show you a really cool feature. So if you go to your Decred wallet at the top, I believe.
Oh, it
should be there somewhere.
There we go.
There it is. And then if you scroll down on that middle, if you scroll down the middle panel, what Decred has, see, scroll down a little bit more, and you were just talking about earning and things like that. You see where it says staking and then privacy at the bottom? We have built-in privacy. So click of a button. Don't do it now though, because it will stop you being able to trade until everything's mixed. But we have peer-to-peer mixing.
Right.
So when you click that button, all of your funds will be privacy mixed using your own node, using the node that's built in to Bison Wallet. And that's something that we could do with MWeb as well. All of these extra features. You can even stake straight from here, as you can see. It's absolutely incredible.
Nice.
But that being said, let's head over to Litecoin and let's do a Litecoin trade. And let's see how you get on with your second trade.
Sure.
Looks like his first trade finished, I think.
Yeah, that finished. Did you want to show everyone your first trade's finished?
Was it?
It was USDT. Decred that one.
Yeah. This one, sorry.
Scroll down a bit.
And then you said you go.
There it is.
This one.
And then if you click on the other side, if you click on the other side, that little box with a little, that one, yeah. And there you go.
So yeah, they're all done. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4.
So the interesting thing there is the first two where it says them and you, that happens so the first one has to go through and then the second one has to go through. But the box 3 and 4, they actually happen simultaneously because that's the secret being shared. So the minute 1 and 2 are complete, then the 3 and 4 happen at the same time. And that's the thing we were saying about earlier, where either happens or it doesn't. So once box 2 is finished, both parties can grab the secret and they can swap the coins, and it completes, which is absolutely incredible. And how long did that take? I can't see from here. Looks like about 15 minutes.
Yeah, probably like 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes.
It says, about 15. It says 20 minutes on the clock now, but that's still going, obviously.
Oh, okay, right there. Timestamp.
Yeah, cool. So let's do a Litecoin show for all those Litecoin people. We have 211 people watching this show, so fantastic turnout. Thanks everyone for coming in. If you've got any questions, please ask them in the comments, and we'll answer away. But this is the thing that we've wanted to do for such a long time, is actually do a Litecoin trade with a Litecoin person. So let's do it. Let's see if you can do it on your own this time. Let's see if you can do it.
Sure can. All right, so going here, and one line. You said 1. Oh yeah, we gotta do buys. So
How easy was that?
boom. Done.
Look at that trade. It happened. You didn't get front run. No one could take that order off. So the minute you chose that order, it just went bang. You got it. It's not like Coinbase where it kind of disappears on you just as you click the button. That's incredible. You can click on.
Yes. So just if you right, like that disappears. You gotta hover it like that. Yeah. Look. So
Yeah. Sorry, Gerald. Your audio.
Obviously, it's Litecoin. But yeah, that was super fast. Yeah, it's like it's
cool.
Again. It looks like it's almost done. But yeah, very easy, very straightforward.
Yeah. Oh no, what's happening on yours there?
Very
Looks like
cool.
you've lost the connection.
Yeah, I think
this is the one thing that we do. We've got
the servers. I can't compete it.
My server's still working, so I think it might be your internet.
A little bit of a signal.
So hopefully that'll come back in a second.
Me.
How's yours, Exodus?
Let's try.
See, my Dex is fine.
Yeah,
so I think it's his.
So hopefully it'll come back in just a second.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, we have had a few outages. Now, one of the things in the pipeline is what's called a mesh server. So all of the Bison wallets will be kind of interconnected so that any community can spin up a pair and run their own pairs, which is quite exciting. And that will kind of make it a lot more decentralized. At the moment, we are kind of running off of one server, but once the mesh network happens, you will have this inter-threaded network of nodes kind of communicating with each other, which would be pretty cool.
Nice.
So in terms of that, then, so because it's Litecoin, I think the Litecoin block is about 2 minutes. I think it's 2 minutes. So it should finish in approximately about 5 minutes. A swap Litecoin to USDT. Excuse me. Other than that, I think that was pretty much the stuff that we want to see. And obviously, we want to kind of see this through to conclusion and make sure the Litecoin stuff goes through. But it's absolutely incredible, and I love the fact that crypto's come kind of full steam to the point where we're now taking away all of these middlemen. It's no longer necessary to use centralized exchanges for a lot of this stuff. And hopefully going forward, we can do a lot more peer-to-peer swaps, and a lot more people can can come on board. One question I had for you, as somebody that might know the Litecoin community a little bit better, what might be a good way of encouraging the Litecoin community to get involved with this?
Well, again, so if there's somebody you don't trust the TPAs out there, right? Like, this is not just third-party administrators are not just for your money. They're
Sorry, Gerald, you're breaking up again.
there's
I'll let you.
not only, you know, break it up. Sorry.
I think give it just give it a couple of seconds. And
Stronger
you keep coming
signal.
back. Yeah.
Well, yeah, third-party administrators aren't just. You got it. Are we good? Okay. So third-party administrators aren't just for money anymore, right? The Web 2.0 has plagued us with these third-party administrators for data, for your money, for all types of services. And they're literally just sticking their hands into the honey jar and taking money, right? And taking your data and selling your data and monetizing your data, your information, right? Web 3.0 takes that power back, right? Starting with Bitcoin, where your finances are cryptographically based and you can protect your energy of your work, right? And now we're starting to see, you know, Decred is one of the first L1 privacy features. Now we can see why that's important, right? To make a P2P platform like this, you have to have a special type of technology, right? And then going to Litecoin, right? Litecoin added all of these features, added OmniLite, MWeb. So why are they doing this? Because Bitcoin on its own cannot do payroll, right? It cannot, because everyone and their grandma would know how much everyone and their grandma made. That's not how payroll works, right? So we have to have these new technologies added. And Bitcoin, even though it is the granddaddy of all crypto, it takes a lot of consensus, right, to make a change, right? Think about OpCat. OpCat would be huge, but probably is not going to happen for like 4 years until all of the node operators come to an agreement, right? But we can't wait that long, right? We need to have this technology now. Decred offers this. Litecoin offers this. Together, they're a good combination, right? You could see we were explaining, like, I didn't know that, you know, you're using Atomic Wallet. You're technically not doing P2P swaps like this is doing, right? This is doing real P2P swaps with another person that's the other side of that trade. You agreed to that price of Litecoin of 135 or 136, you hit okay, they boom. And in 5-10 minutes, it's done. And you're not waiting. And then those coins are in your possession. Perfect example. I've been fighting with Atomic Wallet for almost a year for 100 Cardano tokens, right? And I've been saying for almost a year that Cardano is the most technically gifted scam in crypto. Well, guess what came out today? Oh, Cardano got served a Wells notice. So I was correct again. Surprise. But yeah, this is the future, because as soon as you start to take out these intermediaries, then that money goes back to who? The people. So this is the future. I had fun. I love testing stuff in the field like this. It was a great time.
So, Gerald, do you have much experience with Decred at all? Do you know much about Decred?
Very little. I just know that it's a good L1 and it's, you know, pretty fast and it has privacy features. That's about all I know.
Yeah. So hopefully after this, you can maybe learn a little more. It does have staking, governance, proposals, atomic swap decks. We have Lightning Network. We have a Lightning Network chat where all the messages are private. So it does a lot of cool things, and because of the things we talked about earlier, it has a treasury fund, it has on-chain voting, so it allows us to get better and add new features over time. So there never comes a point where it's like, oh, Decred's done. The development literally never stops in Decred because we can always pay developers. We can change the consensus rules. We have a proposal platform for people to propose ideas. Right now, we have someone building a poker platform on Lightning Network that people can bet against each other. So it's going to be like peer-to-peer betting, which is pretty cool.
Wow. That's nifty. On the Lightning Network too. Wow.
Yeah.
Cool
I was
stuff, dude.
I
That's
was
cool
watching
stuff.
one of your live streams, Gerald, and you were talking to I forget who, I think it might have actually been Nick, and you were saying about the bots and stuff in Twitter and places like that. So it might even interest you. Bison Relay has actually built, or Decredit has got a platform called Bison Relay that has actually built this this chat platform that allows us to get rid of all the bots. So you're actually talking to real people, which is something else maybe for another day. But I thought that might interest you. And
No,
also
that's the beauty of Web 3.0 is it. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the dead internet theory, right? So
that was what it was. Yeah, that's what he was talking about.
So that's exactly, the Web 2.0 has been taken over by so many fraudulent imposters, whether it's bots or fake accounts, etc., or scammers. A majority of the internet is just not alive. It's not living, right? It's not real people. And the Web 3, it re-incentivizes all of that. And instead of having these people want to create bot armies to spread their information or their get like their music or whatever the case may be, it re-incentivizes them to become a part of the Litecoin network, and then they're not spamming or botting the universe. And that's why Bitcoin is because of the spammers. And we
Sorry, Gerald, you've broken up again. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah,
Web 3
Gerald broke
brings
up.
fraud down. That was the quick TLDR.
Yeah, but no, actually, it was a good podcast. Actually, I think it was with Nick from a Bitcoin Live DB, and you were talking about the dead internet. And I know Jake from Decredit has talked about this quite a lot about basically Web 2 being an absolute kind of mess with bots and things like that. And it was one of the things that they wanted to do is they wanted to make a chat platform, social media platform that was both private and it got rid of all the bots. And how they did that was basically to send a message to somebody. It cost 1 Satoshi. So you send over the Lightning Network, you send 1 Satoshi and they get the message and vice versa. So it's all, in our terms, it's atoms, but it's actually a really great system, and it really does incentivize people to have real conversations. But the dead internet theory that you were putting out was definitely very, very interesting.
So the Lightning chat is interesting because there's no actual user accounts because everything is funded. So when I forget the way they put it, but all the information uploaded to the server is one blob. So there's like no metadata collected on everyone's account. So it's a really, really private system. And then of course every chat message is encrypted. So if you're looking for like an extreme chat service, really cypherpunk chat service, it's called Bison Relay. It's a little bit rough around the edges at times with inviting people and stuff, but
I'm sorry,
it's getting there. It's called Bison Relay. So we have this, and then we have Bison Relay, and if you go to bisonrelay.org, you can read about it. It's pretty interesting, but it uses Decred's Lightning Network to as a chat platform, basically. And so they say no server operate.
Yeah, so basically it's incentivized so nobody, a bot can't intervene into that platform because it has to pay, right?
Yeah, exactly. The microtransaction makes it very, very interesting, and it does stop people from creating an abundance of accounts, which is quite cool. And also we have micro tipping, and we've got a marketplace coming there as well, which is quite cool. How's your transaction come? And Pong, yes, and and poker, hopefully. I actually don't know how to play poker, so I'm really looking forward to giving that
Oh
a go
wow.
once it's built. Yeah, I should do, shouldn't I? I'm in crypto. I should know how to play poker.
Yeah, you should. It's very helpful. I tell people for decision making. Yeah, that's done. It's
It's finished. So
yeah, 13
show
minutes.
us your wallets. Have you got all your money? Did it all turn up?
Yeah, let's go.
Obviously it did, but let's just show the world that it worked.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah. How cool was that then? So how long did
Yeah.
that take?
It said 13 minutes.
13 minutes. Yeah. So, no problem at all. I really appreciate you coming on today and giving this a go. And hopefully we can spread the word. There is one comment, Exus, if you want to take this one, from
Yeah.
Ket. It says
Keta Mining says, is the DCR node software included in the Bison download now? So, I mean, yeah, you can choose to run a full node. You can choose to run the SPV wallet, which is what we recommend. So I would say, yeah, I mean, I don't think it broadcasts itself to the network as a full node. I think I'm not sure if you know anything about that, Phoenix, but I know if you run into Crediton, it even though it is a full node, it doesn't connect with other peers necessarily to broadcast to
That's my dog. He's
to
saying
verify. It's okay.
yes.
But yeah, it does
so
come with the DCR node software.
Yeah, so you're not actually a peer because you haven't got an open connection. But yeah, you are literally verifying all of your transactions, whether you're running the SPV or the full node, which is pretty cool. Now, is there anything else we missed there that we need to talk about? Is there anything you want to ask Gerald about this?
No, I'm just trying to keep my dog from
He's a cutie, I tell you. He's trying to eat your face.
Maybe as a final thing, we can have him
He's
click the Gerald, you should click the robot icon in the top right. That's the market makers, and you can kind of click around there. It's pretty fun. They made this super intuitive. I've never seen a market maker like this. It's built in right to the exchange. If you just click create a new bot in the top, just the top there, you can and then you just choose your pair. So if you want to choose Litecoin USDT, so yeah, go ahead and choose Litecoin USDT. And then you can, if you are connected to Binance, you can run an arbitrage bot. For now, just click basic market maker and just click submit. And basically here you can configure all of your different placements and how you want to run a bot. And if you look on the left there, you have quick placements, and you can kind of just toggle with different things, and it'll show you how it's going to look in the order book. So if you can set the price level, the profit threshold.
Nice. No, that's cool. I thought I'd have to get my own API from my account and throw that in there. I mean, you can if you want to, but you don't have to.
If you want to use Binance, you have to insert your API key.
But
if you just want to make if you want to make a base, which was the previous page allowed you to do that, but then it all syncs with this one. So yeah, you can click on the Binance option.
Yeah, so you can
configure
that, but you can just do it this way, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So if you wanted to connect your Binance liquidity to Bison Wallet, so you can do an arbitrage bot, you can, which is pretty cool.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So where can people find you then, Gerald? So they can find out more about your internet theories.
Yeah. So I'm on X a lot at GER313. I'm pretty much on there. Even when I'm working, I'm still on there because I tell people there's a lot of noise on there, but most of the cryptoverse is on X, has been since like 2017. And I tell people, Telegram's cool, but X is where a lot more signals on X.
Yes, it's Gerald 313, GER313.
Correct.
Fantastic, and it's absolutely great. And your podcast that you're doing with Bitcoin Live DBs are absolutely great. And if you guys are not following them as well, please do so. We're hoping to get a few more like this, a few more of their podcasters on the show to try out Bison Wallet, try out Bison Relay, and have the bigger conversation about how far this tech has come forward. And and it's all very well people out there saying, oh, that stuff doesn't work. But it's not until you try it and you think, actually, I mean, look, Gerald was new today. He's not looked at this before. He's never done a trade. And we had him up and running, and I would say less than a few minutes. He was making his first trades pretty effortlessly with just a few dollars of Decred, a few dollars of Polygon, a few dollars of USDT, and it was all good. And it's not until you have these conversations and you kind of get using it that you realize this stuff actually works. It's come full cycle now and it's ready. And the one thing that's missing is people using it. And once we get more people using it, we'll narrow the spreads. We'll fill the order books and it'll be absolutely amazing. And all I can say is thank you so much for agreeing to come on and do this. And I hope it's been a worthwhile experience for you. I'm going to let Exodus sign us off. Final words from you then, Exodus.
Well, yeah, I had a blast.
Yeah, I mean, I love introducing people to Bison Wallet. One of the coolest products. They put a lot of work into it, but we need awareness. We need as many people using this as possible. Just to have better liquidity, better trading volume, and hopefully, get people to make the transition from these centralized exchanges who are making tons of money and hold everyone's coins to this type of technology where you hold your own coins and you can go and do your trades, completely trustlessly. And as I said earlier, it will be coming to Umbrel quite soon. Bison Wallet will be on Umbrel, I think this coming week. So if you run your own at home kind of server, it's going to be the perfect solution.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
We had one more question on X. One guy asked, when will we have DCR DEX, which is Bison Wallet, on smartphone? And the answer is probably never. I don't think, because this software doesn't use like endpoints. It's not really built for mobile phones. Maybe we'll see a solution, but in the near future, no. This is going to be on computers.
It is worth noting, though, it is peer-to-peer. So if you are doing trades, your system has to be on. And that's probably where some of the problems come in for smartphones. That being said, if you're running Umbrel, there is no reason why you can't have an Umbrel connection to your browser on your phone. And although the interface for the phone doesn't look particularly great at the minute, the actual iPad version looks amazing. So when you're in the browser from your Umbrel to your browser on your iPad, it looks absolutely amazing. So hopefully they make the interface look a little bit better for iPhone as well in the future. But yeah, now that's a shame. Yeah, I think that, yeah, I mean, the ones that are getting closest to that are probably, actually, that's not true. They're not there yet. No, so that was pretty much my pitch. Anything else, Exus?
No, that's just about everything. The voting for the poker proposal will go up. We'll start voting tomorrow, so get your tickets ready. And also, the tickets are still on a major fire sale right now. Only 176 Decred per ticket, which is the lowest it has been in like the last 1.5 years. So a lot of speculation on what's going on there, whether it's some sort of whale unstaking or people are just unstaking to sell in the bull run. But hey, if you want some cheap tickets, like now's the time. You can load up on tickets right now. But hey, thanks a lot, Gerald, for coming. It was great to meet you and talk with you.
Yes, thank you, Gerald. Thank you, Exodus. Always a pleasure. I think we might have another stream next Saturday as well with the Bitcoin Live guys, which should be awesome. And if you ever want to come on again, Gerald, it will always be a pleasure to talk to you, and vice versa and all that. But guys, you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.
Take care. Bye-bye.